I was born in Santa Ana, California, raised all over. My mom, for 6 months, she wanted to move. So it was kind of difficult because moving for me and my siblings was difficult because every 6 months we're in a new school or every year we're in a different school. Home life wasn't good. Mom was an alcoholic. She got into drugs. During that point, we were sent to go live with our great grandparents, and then that's when things kind of got, I don't want to say, yeah, I didn't want to say out of control, where me, my brother, and my sister, we were molested by a great uncle. And then that kind of just, from there, just, I became that rebel kid, just doing everything bad. I played a role that the family gave me. So if I was a bad seed, I played the bad seed too, the best way I could. Getting in trouble at school, getting suspended. Yeah, it just started like that. 'Cause I didn't know until I'll say in high school, because I kept having these weird dreams. And then in high school, I was already in foster home, group home, and during that time, they sent me to a therapist who kind of unraveled everything for me. Like, you were molested, that's why you're having these types of dreams. And I kind of figured, like, this great uncle, there was something wrong. I didn't like being around him. I just didn't know why. Didn't come to find out that's what it was.
I just want to like unpack this a little bit slowly. So I know you mentioned that your mom was moving around a lot, and you were all as a family moving together with her, and obviously that kind of creates a very unstable childhood, especially in a time when you're young and you should be having that stability of going to one school. Was the reason for moving because of relationships that she was getting into, or because her work was requiring her to move, or was it just a personal choice of hers?
I would say it was a different relationship. Our mother always put men above the kids. So men were more important than our own welfare. I can't even tell you how many times I was told to call someone stepdad, or how many times men were coming in and out the house. So it was just like very, very it wasn't stable, but at the same time, it was kind of that's what I knew.
What about your birth dad?
I have never met him. There's stories that go around that the day I was born, he was at the hospital, he held me, then left. And then by the time I was 22 years old, then he finally wrote me a letter explaining everything. So his explanation was him and my mom didn't get along, but it's like that. I wrote him back saying it didn't matter if you guys didn't get along. You and her getting along has nothing to do with you being my father. And then that I wrote him back, and that was it. And I told him, I'm good. I'm 22 years old. What can you teach me now? You never wrote back.
What kind of did that do for you and your siblings? Did you three bond as siblings, and did you kind of find that in each other, or were you also pretty isolated from your siblings?
Well, we got along pretty good. My other two siblings, they have the same dad, so their dad was constantly in their life, and then he would be there for me. So my last name is actually his last name, so that's how they kind of included me in everything. I didn't know at the time. For all the way until I was 18, it was kind of a cycle of lies. So when I became 18, graduated high school, joined the Army, I had to go get my birth certificate. That's how I found out who my real dad was. So it was one of those things like, you're my mom, you should have told me. You chose not to tell me. We have a non-existent relationship right now, because like, I can't have someone in my life that's going to constantly lie. I have my own kids. I can't have you be around my kids that you can't be honest with me. It's like, you have, like I told my mom, you have never been honest with me. You could tell it was different. I knew something was different about us three because I came out a little bit darker. They have the same complexion. So there was something not right there. But as a kid, you don't question it. Someone tells you something, just go with what the adult says. It was a shock. And I would say the minute I joined the military was that minute that I just kind of disappeared. I think it was a good 3 or 4 years that I didn't talk to anybody in the family. I just needed that myself time, It's kind of like off the grid. Nobody knew anything until I called. In my mind, it was one of the things you could say you love someone, and for 18 years I was lied to, and then I get into foster care, foster home. I see love as a different thing. So it's like, do I want that toxic love, or do I want someone to be genuine and real with me?